This is an example of using branches in e-learning to give learners a choice of what learning path they want to pursue and in what order. The philosophy behind the design is to develop more choice into how the learner accesses information in a training setting. Lesson objectives are spelled out in the beginning, and by clicking in the bar, you can determine what those objectives are. The real magic of this branching technique is to divide the learning into topics, practices, and scenarios. Learners who want to skip from branch to branch and take the assessment based on what they know can do that. If a more structured approach is needed for greater emphasis of certain parts of the material, a learner can move through the sections in a linear fashion. The content can be used as on-demand or adapted to be facilitated by an instructor. The content is divided into an introduction, three main branches, which are topics, practices, and scenarios, and concluded by an assessment. Clicking the Topics tile takes you to three topics that are in this particular lesson. Topics can be used to explain the details of software or process or compliance requirements. Intended audience for topics are learners for whom the information is new. It can also be used for learners who simply want to review material for greater familiarity, and it is structured into discrete, small lessons. Practices builds on the information learned in the topic section. It can also be used to practice specific tasks. The content is designed so a learner can click back and forth between all three sections, but in the case of using practices, a learner can click back and forth between the practice and the topic information, which explains how to do the particular practice. Scenarios are real-world situations based on the learner's industry that ask the learner to apply what they knew to create a successful solution. Often, in facilitator-led sessions, learners will work in pairs or groups to develop successful solutions based on their own experience and what they've learned.